Doja Cat's mother has revealed that Doja is being physically and verbally abused by her brother. This was revealed in newly surfaced court documents. According to new legal documents that have been obtained by the press, Doja's mom, Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer, filed for a temporary restraining order against her 30-year-old son, Raman. And in her filing, she makes some serious accusations. Doja's mom lists Doja as another person who needs protection from Raman. And the reason for this is that Doja's mom claims Doja's had her teeth knocked out by her brother.
Now this is a prime example of how your family can be your biggest haters. Pop star Doja Cat was apparently physically assaulted by her brother, 30-year-old Raman. Doja Cat's mother, Deborah Elizabeth Sawyer, filed a temporary restraining order against her 30-year-old son after he apparently physically assaulted his sister, knocking out some of her teeth apparently. But that's not all that's been going on. Apparently he was using some of the most vulgar, hateful language against his sister.
Doja's mom also alleges Raman's given Doja cuts and bruises and destroyed and stolen some of Doja's property. In the docs, Doja's mother claims Raman is also verbally abusive toward his famous sister in a very degrading and demeaning manner. She has also said that the brother has made Doja feel unsafe and traumatized. As for her own safety, Doja's mom alleges Raman physically abused her and threatened her multiple times over the past year, claiming the most recent incident happened earlier this month.
To me, it's screaming jealousy. And at the same time, we don't know exactly what's been going on in their household. But anytime you feel like it's okay to punch out your sister, chances are you have some type of emotional regulation issues. Now, the details are still pretty sketchy, but I wonder, do all three of these adults live together? That could also create a very chaotic dynamic when you have two adult children living with you still, especially when one adult child is making the most money and really is the source of all the income. Rumor has it Raman has 3 children that he apparently abandoned. But bear in mind, all of this stuff is relatively new to the internet, and you know how it gets when things get on the internet. Speaking of which, Nicki Minaj fans have come out of the woodwork talking shit. See, this is why people don't like Nicki Minaj. She has literally the worst fan base. It's like they come out of nowhere to hardy har at someone else's failures or their shortcomings, or in this case, their abuse. I remember when there was alleged beef between Nicki Minaj and Rihanna, and people used to mock Rihanna online because of her history of abuse with Chris Brown. And when I say people, I mean Nicki Minaj fans. Luckily, a very nice Doja Cat fan reminded those Nicki Minaj fans that Nicki Minaj's brother is a whole child molester. So they should probably stay quiet. It's not uncommon for family members to have feuds. What is uncommon is for a brother in his 30s to knock out his 27-year-old sister. In fact, the last time me and my sister got in a physical confrontation, I think I was like 11 and she was like 14. People have criticized Doja Cat because she seems to be very distant from men of color. But could that have something to do with her experience growing up with her very abusive brother? Because if at age 30 he's balling his fist and punching her in the face, I can only imagine what he was like when they were kids. And having a father who was not involved in any of her child rearing, development, and even her adulthood probably influences her opinion of men of color. I'm not saying that gives her an excuse for being in chat rooms with Nazis, letting them call her the N-word and all that weird stuff, but it does give some context into her behavior. Ultimately, I hope things work itself out, because anytime celebrities take situations like this to the legal system, that means it's gotten out of control. And I hope Doja does everything that she needs to do to protect herself. You do not have to take it on the chin, literally or proverbially, even when it's your own family.